We got a Monday night football game that showcases a first-year head coach going up against a quarterback in his NFL debut. So what do you say we make some bets for this NFC North showdown? Hey, Dave Loughren here. Hit me up over on Twitter if you haven't done so yet. We will talk football throughout the entire season. It's fun. And of course, if you haven't done so yet, what are you waiting for? All of my bets this year are free. And before they ever hit here on YouTube, before they ever go over there on Twitter, you'll find them on Tails. And I put them there first. All the ones you never see in these videos, they go there as well. And there's a lot of them. All you got to do, click that link in the description, create a free account. It takes 2 seconds. And then follow me. Follow all the other experts, any other sharps you may find there as well, and tail their bets for whatever sport you want. It's an awesome platform. We're growing it exponentially throughout the season. And we'd love to have you be a part of it, especially if you just want free bets to tail without having to pay anything for it. You can find all of mine right there. All right, let's get into it. Of course, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, it's free, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite bets are in this game. It's a fun one. I'll tell you what, typically you'd look at a game like this and kind of go, I'm not a big fan, but I like it. You got the Bears at home, slight dogs in this one, right? Not a huge surprise, but I do think there's a couple very interesting wrinkles in this game. You know, the Bears are like plus 102 to plus 106 money line dogs, depending on where you look at home. And you think about it, it's like they're dogs against a quarterback in McCarthy who, would have made his debut last year, but got hurt in the first preseason game on the first drive. So now he's back and everything looks good, right? You have Jordan Addison suspended for a handful of games, but you still have Justin Jefferson, assuming that hamstring doesn't tighten up. You have Hawkinson, you have Aaron Jones and Mason in the backfield. It isn't to say that they're devoid of bodies, right? They have plenty of guys. At the same time, though, this is still a rookie quarterback going into Chicago in a divisional spot in week 1, and he's favored. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I look at that and I say, this is less about the quarterback, and this is more about Kevin O'Connell being a good coach, Brian Flores being a good defensive coordinator that can really, throw an opposing young quarterback's head into a pretzel. But at the same time, it's still a rookie quarterback going up against a Bears team that really has bolstered their defense. And we saw it last year as well. To be fair, they have some question marks on defense, and they already ruled a couple starters out. If Jalen Johnson ends up being out, that would be a problem. But my expectation is that him and Kyler Gordon play. They're questionable right now, but that could no doubt change some things. Still, Caleb Williams on the other side of this game, what stands out to me the most, more than anything, is you're coming into a season where you have now made massive improvements to the offensive line. You added Joe Thuney and you added Drew Dahlman, 2 of the preeminent offensive linemen, 2 great blockers in this league. Put both of them on the line. Why was Caleb Williams so bad last year? I think a couple of reasons. Matt Eberflus and just play calling and coaching in general was terrible. But also, that offensive line gave him 0 time to breathe. They were a huge reason that he struggled as much as he did. Now, let's assume that this is one of the better offensive lines in football. And by all means, it's projected to be up there. I would say top 10. If that's the case, Caleb Williams would have no more excuses if he goes out there and struggles, right? What are your excuses going to be? You have an offensive genius, in Ben Johnson taking over at head coach. And we saw how that Lions offense performed yesterday. And I'm not saying it's 1-for-1, that the whole reason they struggled is because Ben Johnson's no longer there. But my God, that was an ugly display of football on the road in Lambeau. I certainly didn't expect that. But you got Colston Loveland, who you just drafted, right? First round. So now you have a potentially elite tight end. And I still think Cole Kmet's fine. We'll get to that in a second. You have Roman Duze. You have DJ Moore. You have DeAndre Swift. You drafted Luther Burden. I'm not saying all of these guys are immediate contributors, but you have guys. So I say, you know what? Bolstered offensive line, quality defense, a home dog in a divisional spot to open the season. Give me the Chicago Bears money line at plus 106 over there on FanDuel. All right, now I want to get to an individual prop here, but also we did it the other day. Dude, Friday Night Football, we did the Bet365 50% Super Boost. We were so close. Now, granted, we had the Chargers money line at plus 145. We had Justin Herbert over 13.5 rushing yards, which, by the way, if you grab that here, that jumped all the way up to 20.5 before that game started, and he crushed that. But how about that one run early in the game where it got called back on a holding penalty, but it looked like he was about to run to the pylon. And I'm thinking, dude, we may get both of these in one shot, and now we just need the Chargers to win. But overall, a good night. We'll hit that Bet365 Super Boost. And I'm telling you guys, when it comes to these boosts, take advantage of everyone. It's legitimately found money. Like, if you were only to bet boosts throughout the season, you would be profitable, even if you were betting stuff that you were doing so with your eyes closed, because you are literally raising the expected value every single time. So we'll talk about that. But the first prop I have, and we'll go with a straight bet here, is DeAndre Swift, 15 plus rushing yards. The best line I found on this is the 15 plus, or 14.5 over on FanDuel at minus 122. You know, Swift was with Ben Johnson back in 2022. Johnson's first year as the Lions offensive coordinator. And DeAndre Swift in that spot averaged almost 28 yards per game on 5 targets. He cleared this number in 10 of 14 games that season. Now, you don't want to say like that's the only reason you would bet this, but at the same time, why would they not want to use him in a game like this? Roschon Johnson and Kyle Monangai aren't traditional third down backs. So Swift appears like, I would think that Swift is just going to be the guy to get the bulk of the work. Minnesota didn't cough up a ton of passing yards or receiving yards to backs last year, but this is also a unique situation where if you have, better blocking, more opportunities to get Swift the ball in space, but also have him kind of be that safety valve, which we saw many times last season before Ben Johnson was even with him, and also in 2022. I think 15 receiving yards in a game like this looks really good. All right, now let's talk about our 50% Super Boost. Take advantage of it, man. Not just here, but everywhere else. If you're not on Bet365 yet, you're getting $200 in bonus bets when you deposit 10 and bet 5. Whether you win or lose that bet, you are getting $200 in bonus bets for simply signing up. Use the link in the description. Take 2 seconds to sign up throughout the day. Place a bet after you deposit 10. Only bet 5. I say it every time. Someone comes up to you and says, hey, partner, I'm going to give you $200. All I ask from you is 10 in return. You say, okay, I'm going to give it to you. You're going to look at him strange, but you're going to do it because it's a no-brainer. So take advantage of that. And, you don't have to bet all of these parlays that I'm giving you. You could bet whatever you want, but I'm just making you aware of how good these boosts are. And Bet365, if you're not limited there, I tend to try and bet a lot of crazy stuff there. That's where I like to bet my parlays so I can fly under the radar. That's one of them. So I still have like $30 limits on these boosts. That's pretty good. Let's get into it. Of course, 21 years or older to gamble. Gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Links down there for Bet365. And I'm posting this on Tails. I already did. All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to do Cole Kmet over 10.5 receiving yards. I know it's crazy, right? Like, well, they just drafted Colston Loveland. I know, but he missed a lot of training camp with an injury. I don't anticipate Cole Kmet being completely phased out of the gate. We need 11 yards from him, okay? We need 11 yards in this spot. I absolutely think we can get it. So while this isn't me saying like I think Caleb Williams has a great game because I'm going over on Swift on the other prop and then over on Cole Kmet. No, it's 15 yards and it's 10.5 yards. I think they can both clear those independently, that without Caleb Williams even having to have a huge game. Outside of that, we're going to go Bears money line here. And again, place whatever bet you want. I'll throw my slip up on the screen. And JJ McCarthy over a half a reception. So to throw an interception, at minus 125. That gets us to pretty decent numbers in this spot, man. They don't show you the actual boosted odds, but it's 30 to win 266. Before the boost, it's plus 525. You're putting a 50% boost on top of that. So let's ride this one out. Have a fun night betting some Monday Night Football, and I will see you guys back here for Week 2 picks for every game. Bye-bye.